shows up, you'll be able to hear me okay. I know it's early on a Sunday morning, but I'm road tripping. Where am I going? I'm going to see Tom. Tom is the guy who won the drum. So, doesn't look like there's many folks that are going to pop in. Oh, I see 1, 2. But I wanted to say good morning. Hi. All right, let's see. Everybody. And already one is gone. So, can you say hi in the comments so I can know who's here in the room and we can have a conversation? So I'm taking the steel drum. You can kind of see it back there. To Tom, who won it. And I am about an hour, actually I'm about an hour away from his house. About an hour and 10 minutes away from his house. Hey, Big Duggar. How you doing, sir? Eric, how are you doing? Good morning. Sunday morning road trip. How's everybody? What's everybody getting into today? Aside from football. That's what's up, Eric. I'm glad to hear you're doing just fine. You got that smoker going this morning? Or leftover from last night? Chilling? Alright, Big Duggar says it's chilling. Alright, so you guys remember I raffled off a steel drum. So the steel drum that I raffled off is behind me. You can kind of see it over my shoulder. It's on the back seat there, chilling. But I'm taking it to the winner. So we're taking it. I'm in Connecticut. Well, I'm actually not in Connecticut. I'm headed up to Massachusetts. But I will be in your neck of the woods, kind of passing through. So I'm in Madison right now. I think I'm still in Connecticut. I don't know exactly where you are. I'm not all that familiar with Connecticut, but I just saw a sign that said Madison. I don't know exactly if you know where that is, but I'm on 395 now, headed north, but I'm going up to Webster, Massachusetts to drop off this drum, and then I'm going to turn and burn and go ahead on back home. So I don't know how far off of that path I'll be cleaning up. Alright, that's what's up. Eric says he's doing some cleaning. Wallingford. Well, I have to kind of see where Wallingford is. Are you further east, Rich? Or west, actually. I would imagine west. But I think I've seen signs, or I probably would see signs for Wallingford or some. I figured you were saying Madison. Like I said, I just told you the first sign that I saw. But first and foremost, thanks for hanging out with me. I mean, I know you get to be doing something else, but I figured I would do a live stream. Usually when I'm going places or doing different things, I try to do this live stream thing because some of you guys actually like it. I know I don't really. I thought about putting this up. Ash Boogie, how you doing, sir? Oh wow, center of the state. Yep, nope. Might not be able to do that one today. But I'll link up with you at some point, I'm sure. I like meeting you guys in real life. IRL. Alright, so just chilling, driving along, riding along in my automobile. But so far, this has been a pretty nice drive. I am, what, 4.5 hours into this 5.5 hour drive. Bar 20 barbecue. How you doing this morning? God, man, you're on the West Coast. What are you doing up so early? Jeez. Morning it is. All right, I'm passing the rest stop for Madison, Connecticut. But yeah, John, how are you doing this morning, sir? top of the morning to everyone here. I just want to say thank you for hanging out with me. I know this isn't our normally scheduled, bat time, nor it is the normally scheduled bat channel, but not the bat time. But I am on the way to drop off this drum tow truck. Let's see, tow truck W. Morning. How you doing this morning? Oh, all right. I thought, well, still, shoot, you in Texas. That's still a time zone or so away. It's earlier than normal for you out there too. So tow truck W, I've said it already. I am taking the drum to the winner. Yep, exactly, John. Don't get any funny ideas. You're further away. You're further away than a day's drive. I'm just saying. I know where this is going. Actually, Rich, you are absolutely correct. And some of you guys, you might be able to see all of the beautiful fall colors of the trees here that I'm driving past. It is definitely a beautiful time of year to travel. It's just driving. Yeah, it's just driving. The problem isn't the driving part. It's the convincing the wife to allow me to drive down to Florida. Yeah. Because when I told her I was coming here, it was like, yeah, I'm just going above New York. I didn't tell her how long the trip was or anything like that. Because I already know you. I'm telling you, man, great minds think alike. I already knew where that was going. There's nothing wrong with it though. We'll have to figure something out where I can take some time off and make it like a weekend trip. Take off a Friday and a Monday and drive down there. But I think Tampa is somebody look it up for me. Baltimore to Tampa is probably like a 17, 18 hour drive. I don't have a problem with the driving. Yeah, well, tow truck W, where do you live? That's kind of the limiting factor, is taking it, or being able to pick it up or whatever. So sorry. But I mean, I can build it. That's not a problem. John, what are you up to today? What's everybody doing? There's 10 of you guys hanging out so far. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm probably going to stream for about a half an hour, maybe an hour or so, just while I'm driving along. Just kind of to pass the time. So some of you guys have asked me before, like what kind of music I listen to, or things where I do things. So today I've been listening to a podcast, and I'm not really big into podcasts. One, because I don't really like Apple, and iTunes is pretty much the best or the biggest place to get podcasts. I'm not big of a fan. But I've been listening to this NPR podcast called How I Built This. And it's about, entrepreneurs and free thinkers and stuff like that. So, yeah. Fort Lauderdale. Woo. So tow truck, man, I'm sorry. I'm not 100% sure. I've never shipped one. All right. I've never shipped one, but I'm anticipating it's going to be a little pricey because of the fact of the size of the drum. It's not going to be able to fit on like you can't just put it in the regular shipping container. So the size and the weight are going to be limiting factors, more or less. I feel like you might have to end up putting it on a pallet. 14 and a half hours to Tampa. That's a long day, but it's doable, John. All right. I'd factor in 16 hours because I'm sure I'd have to stay. Rich said he's doing, all right, so we got Bar 20 says he's doing a little overnight cooking. I wish I was cooking, but I knew I had to get up and do this. So I didn't actually cook anything. I really wanted to, but I wasn't able to. Rich said he's doing laundry. Shoot, had I known you were doing laundry, I'd have brought mine up here with me. Cooking breakfast. All right, wife is cooking breakfast. Boy, he said then he's going to do some leaves. That's the one thing I do not envy about you guys up further up in the Northeast with the trees and the leaves. I mean, I remember as a kid in Philadelphia, good thing we didn't have that many trees on our block, so there wasn't as much quote-unquote leaf breaking. But when my mom moved out of the city to where she lives in Delaware County, there's a bunch of trees around her, and we didn't really rake the leaves. We kind of just, as I would cut the grass, just like chew them up that way. All right, John says he's smoking some ribs. And Ash Boogie says welding up a drum for a customer. That's what's up. They've been selling like hotcakes. That's what's up, man. Ash Boogie, where are you? I don't remember where you are. Yeah, everybody wants to smoke meat now. It's a new hot thing, I guess. Everybody's doing barbecue. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Checking emails. All right, Glam. East Coast, got Florida represented. We got a couple folks from Florida down here. That's funny. Ash Boogie is like, Athens, Georgia, go Dogs. Is that what you write on your, when you ship things? Athens, Georgia, whatever the zip code is, hashtag go Dogs. If you don't, you should. And I don't know. Well, you guys probably haven't seen, but on my stamp, I got a stamp printed with the P.O. box on it. I have, hashtag SDSBBQ and Steel Drum. Actually, I have my Instagram and then Steel Drum Smokers. So I figured as people see correspondence in the mail, they might actually check it. Plus, if I need to actually leave my information, I can. And boom, there's the best social media to get in touch with me. You gotta think about stuff like that. Okay. Bad. I just saw somebody on the side of the road check a tire, and I'm like, I have my half-inch impact in the trunk. I wish I'd been able to stop. Funny, John. It'll happen. It's been overdue. Definitely overdue. Shoot, you've been a fan of the channel for going on a year now, and you're definitely one of the biggest supporters out there, and I thank you for that. So always commenting, always, popping up on the live streams, sent donations and other things, among other things, let's put it that way. So I'm definitely appreciative. It's just a scheduling thing at this point. All right, so I guess I'm back on 95. We're getting back on 95 soon. 395 seemed like it was a little bit of a bypass. All right, so I'm seeing signs for New London and Providence. Gosh, I guess I do have to go to Rhode Island. Hey, Uncle Calvin, how you doing? You getting ready for church this morning or what? Tell Candy I said what's up. Yep. Are you singing today or anything? I know it's kind of early in the month. First Sunday type stuff. I'll call him Mr. Harris. Call him Uncle Calvin. So, Mr. Harris is my father. That's what I always used to tell people when they would call me Mr. Harris. And she chomping on the apple over there. It looked pretty good. I didn't have breakfast this morning. Mr. Harris. Oh, goodness. So the good thing is, I am pretty much almost exactly an hour away. So I'm 4.5 hours into this drive. And pretty cool. Yeah, Uncle Calvin. And he's lucky because I'm of the not generation, but the group of my cousins that actually call him uncle. There's an older group of cousins of mine who they don't call my aunts and uncles aunt and uncle because they were so young. I'm going up to Webster, Massachusetts. Uncle Calvin, John says he needed another shrimp video. It's Uncle Calvin. Hey, I see Django the Mango. What are you doing away? Anthony, how you doing, sir? Anthony, all my buddies are down at MIR this morning. Well, they were yesterday. Most of them said they were going back today. Django, who is my taste tester number 1, he says, hey, what's up, Uncle Calvin? Shrimp videos do sound good. Oh, and while we were filming that video, I think I dropped in a little blurb that said the difference between shrimps and prawns. They're 2 different species, which is actually pretty amazing. But, I got up in the middle of the night. I woke up this morning at like 3:30, got in the shower, took a long shower because I was beat. The good thing was the time change happened, which means that I actually got an extra hour of sleep for when I would have, been road. So that was cool. And I got up, got out of the house, farted around. I had an issue getting camera equipment set up. I have the GoPro filming right now, time lapse, and of course, my other camera equipment. So, but it took me a little extra time to get out of the house. East Coast Tony, I am delivering the steel drum that I made to the winner. And I talked to him again. This is Tom who won the drum. I talked to him a while ago, and I told him, I said, look, man, I'm gonna get this thing built for you, and I'm gonna get it up there to you before Thanksgiving. So I try to be a man of my word, and I'm trying to get it up there. Well, I'm on my way to get it up there before Thanksgiving. It just so happened that trip to Germany, I wasn't expecting to take that trip to Germany, so that kind of put a wrench in the transmission. When I talked to him like late September, early October, then of course I built the drum, and now I'm taking it to him. I called him up on Friday, and I said, hey, we were supposed to be doing something. We had something that was going to be going on at the school. I thought it was this weekend. And I said it was canceled. So I don't have this thing to do at the school. I said, hey, are you available this weekend? He said, yeah. I said, all right, well, I'll be up there on Sunday. Is that cool? He's like, yeah, sure. So I'm on my way. All right, Uncle Calvin, be easy. yeah. GFY YouTube, buddy. Good for you. You're getting in the shower. James, how you doing this morning? I'm gonna say evening. I'm so used to doing these live streams at night. Goodness. What's everybody? Oh, I see Humvees. True fact, I want to own a Humvee. Though, after getting in and seeing, I want a military Humvee. Though, after seeing them, I don't think I'd fit. They're just not. They're a big vehicle, but there's a lot of stuff that's taken up inside of the Humvee because of the fact that the transfer case and drive line is so high up in the vehicle. Like, you have a transmission tunnel that sits up, up here. Yeah. Well, you know what, John? I'm not sure if he does have anything to cook. And actually, my intention is not to cook anything today. I know, sadly enough. One, because I don't know what he has or anything like that. But two, I want to just try and this is one of those things that I try and tell you guys. When you get a smoker, you don't want to cook on it immediately. You want to start a fire in it, and you want to see what it does. You want to figure it out. So I'm hoping that we can just set a fire in it and, you know, not use any wood or anything like that. Maybe get it seasoned with some cooking spray, and pretty much we can go from there. But we'll see. I should be at his house right about 10 o'clock. I'm hoping to spend about 2, maybe 3 hours max, just so I'm not getting home before it gets too late. It looked like there was some construction on the George Washington Bridge, which means that hopefully I don't have too much issue as far as traffic heading back down through New York. But James, yeah, man, I try to be a good guy. I try to do the right thing. There are certain times though when I could be a jerk, I'm sure.
In half a mile, keep left fork to continue on I-395 North. Follow signs for I-395 North, Norwich.
And Plainfield. All right. So I am still driving, trucking along here. Gosh, I've been live for 21 minutes.
Keep left at the fork to continue on I-395 North.
And Lola is giving me my marching orders. And you guys can hear, hopefully. Can you guys hear it rattling around? I have the drum and the charcoal basket in the back seat. The pans and the dome and everything like that are all in the trunk. I'm seeing a lot of nice houses up here, and it's kind of funny to see like some of the smoke coming off of these houses. It's just like, oh man, they're using wood. All right, no problem, John. Thank you very much for hanging out, for stopping in. Tell the missus I said hello, and good luck on those ribs today, sir. Oh, before you go, would you guys want to see another live stream like later tonight, or do you not care? On my way home after I drop the drum off? Yay, nay? Yes, of course. So supportive. Thank you so very much. Waterford. Glam says yes. James says sure. Alright, well, I will try to make that happen a little later this evening. Man, that was a nice credit union building. We'll see about that. I know what you were talking about, Django, but we'll see about that. You know, it's one of those things where I don't know how comfortable Tom might be with me filming when I get there. You know, I'm more comfortable with it because I've been doing it for a while, but he might not. So I don't want to force that down his throat, but we'll see when we get there. Okay, no problem, Rich. I mean, you know, I'm liking your videos because your videos are all over, and the variety is the spice of life. And you know, I'm liking like the first startup stuff. Though I would love to bring that, you know, Bobcat or the skid steer, I guess, down to my house, man. I have some stuff I need to clear up. I need to like fix my driveway, and I gotta find one. I think I'm gonna end up having to rent one from like an ABC rental, an equipment rental place, and get some things done around my house. Just past a nice lake. Well, actually, this might be a river. Pretty cool looking. But Glam says she loves riding in the car. Oh, I enjoy listening to live streams while doing other stuff. Yep, exactly. It's cool to be able to interact with fellow YouTubers. Definitely. I agree. So one of the best experiences I've ever had was when in doing that cooking competition with DC Cooks, who also does the why can't I think of his gaming, I guess DC Gaming, or I can't remember the name of his gaming channel, but Dadcraft, that's the name of his gaming channel. So Dadcraft, who does Minecraft videos, that was the best experience ever because we're like similar, we're in similar areas or places in our channels. His Minecraft channel, I believe, has more subscribers than I do, but because of he grinds, like seriously grinds. He films like 2 to 3 hours of video a day, and then he still has to edit those videos and then get them uploaded up to YouTube. Wow. Okay, I like, my hat goes off to his grind when it comes to his channel, his gaming channel. Thanks, Django, but it came to me. But he and I, we were like two schoolgirls talking about like some of the changes and the things that we were doing, and it was nice to see that we were in a similar place, so I could relate to him and he could relate to me, and we were bouncing ideas off of each other and other things like that. And like the entire time that we, once we were in the car talking about YouTube and YouTube in general, and then of course like other social media and how to like drive things to YouTube, because YouTube you can monetize it versus Instagram where it's not monetizable. There's a lot that we talked about, which was really cool. So Rich, I definitely get what you're saying, getting up with fellow YouTubers. Yo, I'm driving past a prison right now. I see all the barbed wire. Wow. It's actually a nice looking prison. Anyway. In case anyone was wondering, I took my big thermos, 40-ounce thermos, I filled it up with coffee, and I put it into my little thermos here, and it's kept me going, but I'm out in the little one, so I gotta top it back off, and I think this is the last of it. So let me get to it straight. Sorry. Anybody have any questions while I can answer while I'm driving? I'm gonna cook today. I haven't decided what to cook yet. What was that? In a truck. What are you in the mood for? You in the mood for a long cook, a quick cook? I mean, you like middle of the road, like some ribs. Chicken might be a faster cook. Or I don't know if you want to do like pork shoulder or brisket. What are you in the mood for? What's something you haven't cooked in a while? take something to bring up here with me, but unfortunately time didn't allow it. Yesterday, my wife and I did food shopping, and she wanted some beef shanks to put in a crock pot or pressure cooker today, and we had a hard time finding them, honestly. So we went to a couple Asian markets, the Lotte, H Mart, and then a Great Wall. And the first place we went to, which I feel has the best meat, they were closed. They were closed, like they were doing some sort of renovation. So then we ended up going to 2 other places. Finally found them, and hopefully she'll do something like that today. All right. So my favorite thing, I'm kind of fickle. Like, brisket got me into doing barbecue, but I'm finding that I really like salmon and I really like lamb smoked, and that's more or less because of the fact that they don't take very much time to cook. So it's kind of one of those things where I do those meats because I have an ulterior motive that those cooks don't take very long. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes, Juan. Great Juan Kenobi, is that what that says? Yes, it does. Lamb smoke is phenomenal. I'll get a boneless leg of lamb. I'll season it up with some salt and some rosemary seasoning. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Like, oh, this looks like a copper here. Let's slow down a little bit. Move off. Alright, well, good news is it's not a copper. Cadillac broke it down. Looks like it threw a serpentine belt. I see the belt hanging underneath the car. I believe I have video smoking lamb. Like, pretty sure I have. Lamb is easy because lamb doesn't have to be cooked nearly as high of a temperature as you would like a brisket or like ribs or pork shoulder or chicken for that matter. Lamb is done at 140, 145 degrees depending on how you like it. If you like it like a mid-rare or most you wouldn't want to go past the mid-rare. There's a big guy on the Gixxer motorcycle, Suzuki GSXR. Big guy. Big guy, little bike. But yeah, I love lamb, and I mean, look back in the video catalog. I'm pretty sure I've covered how to smoke lamb before. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have a video of me cooking lamb on Vicky. Oh, it's really slow at like 200 degrees. Lamb doesn't take very long at all. And one of the other beautiful things about lamb is you can cook it faster if you have to. Ask me how I know. Now, lamb isn't a bad cook, but I guess ask me, anybody else have any other questions about different things to smoke? And I mean, it's easier when I have a question and I can answer it, especially while I'm driving. Great Kenobi. Cool name. Cool channel name. Just chucking. Oh man, I missed it. 113,000. I'm at 113,000. 4 miles. Darn. Guy's got a canoe on top of his truck. Sorry. Hey, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Anybody else? Any other questions about what's What's everybody else cooking today? John said he was doing ribs. Excuse me. No, no cachete. And it's just because I haven't gotten any to smoke. Though I have seen people do it or cook beef cheeks, but I have not done any. And honestly, I think beef cheeks would be something I'd have to get from a butcher. I can't find it. Like, let's see. Great Juan, where are you geographically? Because that is one of the things that kind of hinders some of the things that I cook. Like, people always saying, oh, you need to cook more tri-tip. I would love to cook more tri-tip, but it's not readily available. So I haven't seen beef cheeks. Like, I've seen beef cheeks a few times, but it's not as prominent as in my area as where you might be. Yeah, that's it. So you're in Texas, so yeah, cachete. So yo hablo un poquito español, pero mi esposa tiene una amiga. Ella esposo de Panama y they, ¿cómo se dice? Oh, vosotros. They have a daughter, and their daughter has some big cheeks, so he calls her cachete. Cachete. So that's how I know what beef cheeks are. Órale! Órale, Holmes! Thanks, Rich. I appreciate that. My Spanish only gets me so far. I want to do more with my Spanish, but yo necesito practicar con mi español. No tienes personas hablando contigo. So, because I don't have anybody to talk to, I don't get to practice very often. And I feel like that's one of the main things that I say most often is I don't have anybody to practice with. So, Django, you still here? We're going to learn you some Spanish. Yeah. Well, I'm passing Griswold in Jewett City. Alright, 35. Is that 35 minutes or 35 miles? I can't see. A little. I have. Sheldon, how you doing? Alright. So, a lot of people thought I was from the Dominican Republic. That's actually why we went to the Dominican Republic for our honeymoon. And I've told you a story before how we were in the Dominican and because my Spanish was better back then, because at the time I was working at a beer and wine store that was owned by a guy who was from Puerto Rico. So almost everyone in the beer and wine store was able to speak Spanish aside from me. So where I was working in Silver Spring or Aspen Hill, Maryland, I was the only one that didn't speak Spanish. So people came in and just started speaking Spanish to me. So I learned a lot of Spanish in that probably year or so. I worked for, this guy's name was Miguel. I worked for Miguel at the beer and wine store. But muchas personas pensando yo fue de Dominican Republic, República Dominica, I guess would be like the right way in Spanish. So, but yeah, we had a lot of people who were like Salvatrucos from Colombia, South America. There was a girl that worked, was a guy who was from Nicaragua, and the guy who owned it, he was Puerto Rican. But then we had a lot of people that came in there who were from Brazil, so we had a lot of Brazilians, and I learned a little bit of Portuguese as well, like mainly how to say Vici Vici, which is 2020, when they were asking for Mad Dog 2020. I mean, like the first time somebody came in and he's like, Vici Vici. Vici Vici. Like, is that a wine? Like un vino? He's like, no, Vici Vici. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like Miguel, yo, what does he want? He keeps saying like Vici Vici. He's like, Vici Vici? He said, oh, Vici Vici? Like, okay, you know what he's talking about? He's like, yeah. He points me over. We walk over to where the Mad Dog is. And this Mad Dog is MD, which is like Mogan David 2020. Yeah. I'm like, okay. And ever since then, anytime anyone's like, Vici, Vici. So I can say 20 in Portuguese really well. Vici. Yeah. Dude, they came in and they were cheap drunks. Used to come in and get the Mad Dog, and it was another one that we used to sell. It was real cheap. Anyway, I can't remember now. Alright. 9:41, it is 9:16 or 9:15, just about. So I keep seeing, like, I'm looking at a stone wall, or like around the highway, and I've seen a couple of places where there was just wood stacked up. I wish I was in a position to get it. Baracho Barbecue, Eric, what's going on this morning, sir? How you doing? He said that's where all his lunch money went. Oh yeah, Baracho. Makes sense. Alright, so I am driving through Plainfield at this moment. Plainfield, Connecticut. It says the next 3 exits. Mogan. It's not actually Morgan David, it's Mogan. M-O-G-E-N David. Mogan David. I remember reading it, and on the bottle it says Mogan David, but it's just in very small print. But that's where the MD comes from. It's just people put that Mad Dog. You know, they affectionately call it Mad Dog. Yeah. Look it up. Mogan David. One of those things that I know for no other reason than I know it. Everybody has those little bits of trivia and stuff that they know for no reason. Like, no reason. Some chicken and some steaks for lunch. That's what's up, Eric. I can go for some chicken and some steaks. Smoking ribs, wing, and pork chops. Now, I've never smoked pork chops. I wouldn't actually smoke a pork chop, only because now I might do like a reverse sear on it, so I would cook it low and slow, and then, you know, sear it off once it gets to a certain temperature. But I never would have done that. Just checking the camera there. Sounds good though. Hardware. Looks pretty cool. Well, yeah, I know where pork chop comes from, thank goodness. But you know, it's similar to a T-bone, or yeah. But you know why we don't do, like, I'll only really fry pork chops because my family doesn't like dry meat. They're not real big white meat fans. In the house, I'm the only one that likes, like, the wing and the breast of chicken. And, like, I've done pork loin in the past, and they just weren't fans of it. Like, it's just dry meat to them. So, unfortunately, I don't cook much pork loin, just because it's not a very fatty meat or cut, and they're not that big of a fan. And then of course, I don't eat pork, so I don't eat it. Yep, they get dry, and even when I cook them, they're like still in the like medium cook range. There's just no fat in the pork loin, so they're, even though they're not dry and they are very moist, they're just not. They just don't like that cut of meat. Like even the turkey breast, I will cook a turkey and I will smoke a turkey or fry a turkey, and it's not dry at all. Like frying a turkey or smoking a turkey are the best ways to have turkey, and they're not dry, and they still won't eat turkey breast. It's just preference. It's just, there's no fat in it to make it give it that good mouthfeel or that flavor that they're lacking. Just even different cuts of beef that are leaner, they're not fans of. So it's not that it's just pork or chicken or turkey or really white meat. Just not as big of a fan of leaner meats. Now my middle taste tester, my younger son, he's definitely the one that will eat, and my daughter actually, they're the ones that will eat a lean brisket with no problem. Like prefer lean brisket. My daughter actually, I'm like, oh, just that little bit of fat that's on there from the from the fat cap. She's like, cut it off. I don't want any of that on my brisket. My wife, my oldest son, myself, man, I don't even want to eat any of that lean brisket. So it's all about preference. Chilling. I have 23 miles to go, and my arrival time, I'm just making up time. I'm looking at 9:40 right now to arrive at Tom's house. Oh, I told him I would give him a call when I'm a half an hour out. So actually, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and thank you very much for hanging out with me for a couple minutes on my drive. For those of you guys who are cooking some things today, good luck with your cooks. And thank you again, as always, for watching. So I will try and do another live stream maybe later this afternoon, hopefully before it gets too dark. And yeah, buddy. Smoked pork steak cut is cut from pork butt. Yes. So I've seen those like they say, picnic slices or shoulder slices. So I've seen those too. Just I've never personally done one, only because they're not, again, it's not that common. Most of the time up here you see the whole shoulder or no shoulder, but I have seen on occasion certain places, like certain butchers maybe, but the problem with going to a butcher is the meat at the butcher is so much more expensive. For me to just be experimenting with things, I can't justify the cost of those cuts when I can get the whole cut for less than I can one or two of the slices. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, let me go ahead so I can give Tom a call, let him know I'm on my, I'm about a half an hour away. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys hopefully later this afternoon. If you haven't already, please hit that like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. And again, I'll talk to you later.